Welcome, Aquarius, to your weekly love reading for July 30th to August the 5th of 2018. I feel this week clearly that a lot of you are definitely feeling the energy of that solar eclipse. It was a lunar eclipse, full moon, in your sign. And it really does. I was mentioning how it shines a light on everything. It brings things out into the open. And I feel like recently, maybe throughout the weekend and even prior to that, some things became clearer to you, if not all out in the open. Like some of you are clearly, you're in a marriage or relationship that you need to step away from. You kind of know that it's not working out. You kind of know that you may have been waiting really long for somebody, for some kind of change, and it's not happening. Even if you try over and over again with somebody, it's not working, and you have to kind of step away from something and you let it go, right? And I feel like that energy is very frustrating to you, so you might not really want to communicate with people. You might not want to talk to your potential new love interest. Now I feel like you're also dealing with somebody where they're separating from someone else, and yes, it's causing them a lot of depression because they would like to be around you, but they're dealing with conflict with that particular person, so it's really a struggle. Now, and if you're not dealing with, if you know both of you are not dealing with somebody from the past, it's literally you two going through past conflict, and this could be an ex-partner that you're dealing with, that you're trying to release and let go of. And I feel like older memories, deep scars are there between you and someone else that's personally maybe even health related in some way, something that that you can't really get off your mind at times, and it's, you know, it's there, it's stuck, it's something that you have to deal with. So a lot of you are needing to allow yourself to heal, you know, allow yourself to go through what you need to right now. And it's for a few of you, you're facing that situation, but you're having to be patient because your partner or a love interest, they need their space, right? They need to heal from what they're going through. An ex-partner, some of you are dealing with the same kind of situation, which was leading to the lack of communication and the lack of clarity and assumptions and things like that being made. And I did get a response from somebody in the comments, and they were saying, well, you know, this is kind of confusing because I speak to an Aquarius and we're both Aquarius, and if generally both of your energy is not communicating, for a lot of you, it's like both of you might be shut down. So I feel like part of the advice is to try to be clear, try to do your best to communicate if you have the opportunity. Sometimes you don't have the opportunity because the other person is just not wanting to respond to you. They could block you, they could just cut you off, not respond to an email, phone call, whatever it might be. It could be frustrating in some ways. So, or they might even feel that it's best not to communicate with you at this time because they can say more than they mean, or the other person might be around when they're calling and they could react and retaliate in some way. It could be an ex-partner that could be they could be held hostage in some way. For some of you, they may be, you might even be experiencing something like that, a very controlling romantic partner. And I feel like this is part of, you needed to communicate, you needed to find closure in some way, but a lot of you might have a tough time doing that. Because you're dealing with somebody who is manipulative. They know that you would like to talk, you would like to communicate, but they don't want to do so. Some of you might be giving off that energy as well. You would like to talk to someone, but you just don't feel like you want to anymore, or that you need to. It's not the healthiest thing to do. Even if you have a love or workplace situation where you might be the manager or someone that you're dealing with, even a regular co-worker, you're intertwined, you have feelings for that particular person, but things can't move off the ground because it's, you know, it's just not right for you two, or that someone is already married and spoken for and they have not found closure just yet. So I feel like this is a week of making sure that you try to do your best, at the best that I can, try to, you know, get some optimism into you to have fun. All right, so try to enjoy yourself, whichever way that might be for you. Try to enjoy yourself this time. And you can't make changes, you can't force somebody to speak. You can only live your truth, live through your truth, and know what needs to change when it comes to you disconnecting from somebody that's not the healthiest for you any longer. Even if you try, I feel like a lot of you might even have new love opportunity that is there. If it's not someone specific, it can be someone that comes into your life after you make a space for it in some form or fashion. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be healing, and you have to kind of go with that, go with the flow. And because someone is not speaking to you, opening up to you right now, that's part of the healing process that's happening. It's like facing your fears, allowing them to kind of go through their thing. It could be hurting them as well because they someone else is constantly back and forth, with them, and constantly, putting a heavy burden on them. So them opening up to you and constantly arguing with you, it's not going to be healthy, you see. So I feel like allowing this week to go by, enjoying yourself in some way, because you can be frustrated if you're waiting around for somebody to communicate. That's not going to really do it. And that's the best advice I can give you right now. Release the past, try to forgive that person, forgive yourself if you have hurt someone, if you've been a bigger part of the situation than you give yourself the I'll say the credit for it, but you have to take responsibility, and the other person, hopefully they're doing so as well. And I feel like that's part of what needs to happen over time. All right, so tons of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the best, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.